Okay, we're going to check Honora's blood pressure. Let me talk just a little bit about blood pressure cuffs and the sphygmomanometer that measures it and the little bulb. You've got to have that all ready to go. And you have to have the correct size. This is a standard adult size. And these blood pressure cuffs come in various sizes. It describes in the book the exact dimensions that you have to have in case you have any question about that. But usually this one adult size works for most adults. Extra large people, there's a larger adult size that's a little bit wider and a little bit longer. And for children, there's a smaller size, or two smaller sizes for little kids. And then for an obese person, we use a thigh blood pressure cuff, which is the biggest of all. We don't tell them that it's a thigh cuff. We just say we have this blood pressure cuff we're going to use to check your pressure. But this is a normal adult size, and it should be fine for Honora. And so we'll slip this on her arm, and we should fix it so it's about an inch, 2.5 to 3 centimeters above the antecubital fossa. We'll put it on so that you can see the blood pressure gauge about like that. And we'll tighten it a little bit so it stays there. Just a little bit like that. Then you can rest her arm on your own when you're checking it like this. And you remember that the brachial artery runs on the inside of the biceps muscle and right inside the biceps tendon. And you can feel it here with your finger. And very easy to feel, or it's quite easy to feel. So what we do first usually is we check to see approximately what the systolic blood pressure is so that we know we don't inflate the cuff too high. So now palpating the radial pulse, which is even easier to feel. She has a very quiet heart. And I know in Chinese medicine you do it like this. So let's do that. Then now I'm going to inflate this. It'll be quite tight.
Yeah, that's tight.
So her systolic blood pressure starts there at around 120. I suspect it's a little lower than that. So she can tolerate that tightness for just a second because we're just obliterating the pulse. So now we have to wait at least 30 seconds or a minute and talk about the weather or whatever you want to talk about, get her relaxed because that was uncomfortable. We know that her systolic blood pressure is around 120, and so that we then inflate the cuff about 30 points above that to 150. Now you can tolerate the blood pressure cuff up to about 200. Above that it becomes painful. But 150 is fine, so that saves her discomfort and also saves time. And then we'll go down slowly. And then you deflate the cuff about 2 to 3 millimeters per second. You use the bell on the inside of the antecubital fossa. Here we go. This will be tight. So her blood pressure with this cuff today at this setting is about 102/70, which is a very healthy blood pressure. Now, if we knew that her blood pressure had previously been 140/90, and she came in and it was 102/70, and she'd just been in an auto accident, that would be of great concern, that's suggesting blood loss. But if she's otherwise healthy, 102 over 70 is right on the money. That's what you'd like to be when you're a young middle-aged woman like Honora. So you want to check it twice in each arm, resting a couple of minutes between, and check it twice in the other arm, and then you average them out, and that gives you the blood pressure. And
But we don't need to do
but
that
we don't
right
need to
now.
do that. No. So you can see now how we've done it.